Good morning, Year 4. This is your maths lesson for Tuesday, the 24th of November, and we're actually moving on to a new times table today. So you have done really well with the 6 and the 9 times table, and today we're going to be learning to build the 7 times table. Okay, let's get to it. These are some images and some pictures. Can you tell me what they represent? Can you tell me more about them? If you need to pause the video at this point, please do so and jot down what times tables they are showing. Okay, excellent. Hopefully you had a go at that. So over on my left image, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 7 gaps in each domino piece, and there are 7 of them. So this times table is showing 7 times 7. Now I could write that the other way around, but because the numbers are the same, it would be the same calculation. And I'm not actually going to do the answers just yet. Over here on the right hand side, I've got the hands. So I've got 5 fingers and 2 on the other, so it's showing 7, and there are 5 people, 5 children showing their fingers. So we can see it's 5 times 7 or 7 times 5. Okay, down to the left here, we've got our tens frames with 7 counters in each one, and there are 6 tens frames. So it's showing 6 times 7 or 7 times 6. And finally, over here at the bottom right, we have our fish tanks, each with 7 fish inside, and there are 4 tanks. So it's showing 4 times 7 or 7 times 4. Now I haven't put the answers in yet, but hopefully we'll already know the bottom left with the tens frames because we know our 6 times table from the beginning of last week. And hopefully we know our 5s from year 2 and we know our 4s from year 3. So the only one we're really going to struggle with here is our pesky 7s. But we can use our build it grid over here to try and work that out. So I'm going to move my screen down slightly, and hopefully you'll be saying with me almost today as I'm teaching this video, the if I know, then I know because phrases. So I'm going to grab one colour, my red colour first of all to start. So if I know what is 1 times 7? So I know that one lot of 7, one group of 7 is 7. So I can pop that straight down on my line. Hopefully then you're already saying back with me, if I know 1 times 7, then I know 2 times 7. Because, and hopefully the reason why is because we are doubling. Now hopefully you are getting really good at this, even if I'm still not great at writing with the mouse on here. So this is doubling, and there is a U in there, I promise. So I need to double 7 because I've doubled 1 to get to 2. I now need to double my 7. So 7 doubled, or 7 adds 7 is 14. So I can pop that number down on number 2 down here. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to use that same technique. So if I know 2 times 7, then I know 4 times 7 for the same reason that I'm doubling. I've doubled 2 to get to 4, so I now need to double 14. So double 4 in my ones column is 8, and double 10 would give me 20. So I've got 28 here, and I can pop that on my 4 down on my build it grid. Finally then, in my red colour, if I know 4 times 7, I know 8 times 7, again because I am doubling. So I need to double 8, so 8 add 8 is 16, so the 6 goes in my 1 columns and I carry that 10 across. Double 20 is 40, and then I add that 1 there, so I get to 50, so I've got 56. And I pop that all the way over here on my 8 times 7. Okay, I'm going to change my colour. Which one do we go to next? Which is the next easiest to work out? Hopefully you're telling me it is 10 times 7. Let's put that in the right order. 10 times 7 we know is quite simple to work out because timesing anything by 10, we move over 1 space on our place value, add in our space holder 0, and 10 times 7 is 70. So I can pop my 70 over here onto the 10 space. Okay, if I know 10, what do I then know? So hopefully you're already saying with me, if I know 10, then I know 5 times 7. What have I done to 70 to get to my next answer? What did I do to 10 to get to 5? Hopefully you're telling me that we halved it. So half, the number half of 10 is 5, half of 70, I know, is 35. So we can pop that into our 5 column down here. Excellent. Okay, hopefully we're now going to carry on to our next colour. So I'm going to take the blue this time. What's the next one we can work out? The next one I'm going to do is my 3s. So I'm going to move it down just a little bit so we can have a bit more room down here. And how do I know this? I'm going to be adding 1 times 7, which is the 7, and the 2 times 7, which is 14. So 3 times 7, I've worked out by adding these, and I've got 14 add 7. Okay, 7 add 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 in my ones column, carry my 1. 1 add 1 is 2. So 3 times 7 is 21. So I can pop that in there on that colour. Okay, if I know 3 times 7, then I know, what else? Hopefully you're telling me that's 6 times 7 for the same reason we did with the red colour, and we are doubling. And again, I'm going to try and write this with my finger. At least you can see my U this time. And I am doubling. Okay, double 1 is 2, and double 2, or double 20 is 40. So I've got 42, so I can pop that one on 6 times. Finally, what's the last one I'm doing in blue? So if I know 6 times 7, then I know, good, 12 times 7. And that's still because I'm using that doubling. So I need to double 2, which gives me 4, and double my 40, which gives me 80. So all the way over here, I can pop 84. Fantastic. Okay, my last colour now, my pesky ones, as I've called them before. So first of all, I'm going to go automatically to my 0 over here. And we know that 0 times anything, 0 lots of any number, is going to be 0. So I can pop that one straight on. But we now go to our 7, our 9, and our 11, which is our pesky numbers. And what we can do with these is we can add on from one of the numbers we already know. So I'm going to start with 42, which was over here, 6 times 7. I'm actually going to move that over so I've got a little bit more room. So I knew that 6 times 7 was 42. And I'm going to add one more group of 6 over here, which will give me the answer to 7 times 7. So 6 add 2 is 8. 40 add nothing is still my 40, so I've got my 48 on there. And again, I've used adding to work this one out. Up here, I'm going to do the 9, I think. So I'm going to do 8 times 7, I knew was 56. And we know that because of this number here. And then I can add one more group of 7. Oh, what's Miss Fowler done down here? I've just realised I've made a mistake. Hopefully you all saw that when I did it, because I'm not adding 6, because I'm not doing my 6 times table anymore. I'm adding 7. So 2 add 7 is actually 9. So huge well done if you were shouting at the screen saying, no, Miss Fowler, you've got it wrong. But I can pop and change that and make sure I've got my 7 in there. 9 is now my answer, not 7. So I'm just going to go back over that one. 6 times 7 was 42. We added another group of 7, not 6, and then 7 times 7 equaled that 49. Okay, let's go back to where we were. 8 times 7 was 56. I'm adding that group of 7 to give me the answer to 9 times 7. Okay, 6 add 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 in my ones column, carry my 10, 5 add 1, or 50 add 10 would give me my 60, so I've got my 63 there. Excellent, okay, and we added that one again, so again in my purple. I'm going to try and squeeze the last one over here. If we had 10 times 7 was 70, because that was one of our easy questions, we can add one more group of 7 on to get my 11 times 7. And without even doing my column addition, I know that 70 add 7 is 77. And lots of us have mentioned before that when we times by 11 or multiply by 11, it's often the same number for both answers. So 11 times 6 was 66, 11 times 7 is 77. Okay, I'm just going to pause so we can look at those colours and look at those numbers. And remember, when you build your times tables today, it's not just about the colours along the bottom there. It's all of the working all the way around the outside. It's the then I know bits and how I know them, making sure we're writing that doubling, halving and addition. And I didn't actually use any subtraction today, but you could have done that in your purple if you prefer. Okay, so let's get rid of our colours. How can we work out these missing boxes and what colours would they be? I'm going to actually ask you to pause your video today because we've done quite a lot on these now, and I wonder whether you would be able to explain and put in the right colours where those numbers go. Off you go. Okay, hopefully you've had a go at them, and I haven't changed the colours to test you, but I'm going to go back onto my black to start off with. Now hopefully you know it's black because I'm starting with my 1 times 7, which is in my black colour, and I double that to get to 14. Once I've doubled from my 2, I've doubled to my 4, which is given my answer in that black colour as well, and then I'm going to double once more to my 8. So remember, I need to double my 28. So double 8 again, 8 add 8 is 16, carry my 10, double 20 is 40, add my 1 more is my 56. Okay, the next one, I'm just going to check I've got my 70 and I've got my 35, so that was the next one. So I'm going to actually change to my purple colour now. That's because we've worked out 3, so we've added the first one and the second one together to get my 21, and then I need to double it to get to my 6. So double 21, double 1 is 2, and double 20 is 40. Again, finally, I can check that with number 12 as well over here. Double 42, because I've doubled 6 to get to 12. So double 2 is 4, and double 40 is 80. Okay, last but not least, my pesky ones, and my pesky colour here is my orange. I'm just going to find my orange pen, and this is to work out 9 times. So I know I can add 6 from here. Oh, it's not 6. I keep making that mistake. We're going to add 7 here, or we're going to subtract 7 from this answer. So I know that 56 add 7, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. And I could have done that in the same way by doing my 70, take away 7. Hopefully you got those numbers correct. Okay, our Emmett problem today. Emmett thinks that he is counting in steps of 7. 0, 7, 40, 20, 27, 34, 40, 57. Explain the mistake that he has made. I'm going to ask you to pause the video here again. Can you explain what Emmett has done wrong at this point? Okay, excellent. Hopefully you worked out that he did add 7 here and he did add 7 here, but he's made the mistake that Miss Fowler has been making quite a lot this session. He actually only added 6 here, even though he carried on adding 7s afterwards. So these are the 7s, but because he got 1 wrong, this one here, a lot of the other numbers will be incorrect because it's not in the 7 times table. So hopefully you've been able to explain where he went wrong, and maybe you can explain using that building method how he should have got the answer there, because it's not 20, it should be 21. What mistake has he made and what could he have done with our 7 and our 14 to make sure he had that correct? Okay, you've done really well this session, so I'm going to ask you one more. Always, sometimes, and never true. Multiples of 7 are always odd numbers. Do you think that's always true, sometimes true, or never true? Okay, hopefully from our numbers before, we know we've got 7, which is an odd number, and then we have 14 is our next one. 7 adds 7 or doubled is 14, which is actually an even number. Then we have 21, which is odd, but then 28, which is even. Now, maybe there is a pattern emerging here. I can see odd, even, odd, even. Maybe you can check whether it carries on going in that pattern, but therefore I'm pretty confident in saying it's sometimes true. because sometimes they're odd and sometimes they're even. Okay, for your activity today then, you are going to have a go at building that 7 times table. So you did this last week at home as well when you did your 9 times table. So hopefully you are pretty good at this. The do it says to build it using those different colors to show the order. The go deep is making sure you add your numbers, and your go deeper is your strategies, your if I know, then I know because, and that's the words in the brackets that I wrote before, the doubling, halving, adding or subtracting. Have a go at that, try your best, and once you have finished, you can come back for the last few seconds of the video where we see where we are on our learning pit. Off you go. Okay, well done guys. Just our final part then. Where do you feel on building the 7 times table? I know at the beginning of this unit when we started building, I was probably down here because I hadn't quite seen it before, where we did our 1s, 2s, 4s and 8s, and then we did our 10s and our 5s. I would have tried to just work out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I think now I'm probably about here. I think coming out of that learning pit, feeling more confident, it's great if you've come up even further. A huge well done today, guys, and I will see you for your maths again tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.